before you're actually able to build up that Jingu and actually have a hard-hitting boundless strike. So definitely interested to see what he can do. Obviously, Aggressive Child, he's a bit of a master on this. Quite literally, he is master tier Monkey King. So he will have played against it all before. And we'll see what he's able to do on this. It just on paper does not look easy for the Monkey King to perform.
Well, you just answered my question as to why they picked it.
Because he's master tier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why else you would pick it besides the fact that he is a specialist on the hero. He sees something with it. Maybe it's because they have the Enchantress as well, and he's like, I'm going to get away with the lane because Enchantress is such a boss laner. But Batrider is like the best hero to lane against Enchantress.
And it's the general bat.
And it's the general bat as well. So, I mean, we'll have to see if they can make it work, but I think they can, if, like I said, first 15, 20 minutes, if I'm seeing them making too many mistakes, if they don't have like a very commanding lead, I'm going to favor Na'Vi quite significantly.
I mean, it's just sort of, that's the Spectre effect, isn't it? And sort of motion.
And it's just, they have like pretty good, it's Batrider versus not only the Monkey King, but also the Mars. He's amazing versus both of these heroes. And I also see like Willow versus the Monkey King too. You pop Wukong's, he fears you out of it. You pop Mars ult, he can fears you out of it. Like, there's a lot of different things that Roger can do to break the team fight that is very dependent about location on Winstrike with those double bubbles that we can call. Yeah,
it does just seem like a very hard Monkey King game. But level 25 Monkey King player here. We'll see what Aggressive Child sees in this game that we don't right now. As, he's got to pull it off. He had a pretty rough start to the last game. Did manage to pick it up a bit, but still never to the point where he's catching up with V-Tune. And as you pointed out, if that sort of difference happens again in this game, it's just going to be so much harder to recover as a Monkey King compared to when he was a Jug, a hero that was already not very good at recovering from a slow start.
Yep. And I'm looking at, I'm feeling like Na'Vi actually just has pretty safe lanes too. Like bottom, they can try to apply pressure with the Rubik as well as the Mars, but I feel like Spectre, he eats this pressure just fine, especially because he starts with the Ring of Regen. He'll have the Fire Spirits and all coming from Phoenix. They'll allow him to get better trades out of it. So I like the bottom lane. I like Lina versus Queen of Pain quite a bit too. And I don't mind too much the Batrider versus the Enchantress. I think this is still a pretty good lane for Na'Vi too. So I feel like they have two very dominant lanes for me.
Yeah, well, we're seeing this mid lane, Iceberg, just holding the wave in a way that, Red Bull, he's sort of struggling to get close to it. Just this constant spam from the Lina, just so much pressure put on these first two levels by Iceberg.
He even gets the range creep denies. I think he got both. Pushes into his side. He'll be able to get all these last hits pretty nicely under the tower, probably too. Yeah, this lane setup here from Na'Vi, I'm really liking it. It's not like it's a very unexpected lane setup. It's the very standard one. But the hero matchup that they're against, it works out for them. Always want to fly. He might have to be the one that dies down bottom, but actually ends up dodging the spear.
Yeah, that spear just slightly off the mark. If DK Fogas hits that, there's almost certainly a kill.
I feel like they have to win this lane on Winstrike bottom too. I feel like Spectre's still going to get away with the farm though. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to pressure V-Tune that much. Like we said, I mean, they might get a kill or two on Always Want to Fly, but hey, V-Tune's okay with that. Double Ring of Regen already done.
This mid lane is just already Iceberg getting a lead. I mean, last game, Relbel was having to go up against him as the Doom. I mean, do you think Relbel's going to be happier with this matchup compared to the Doom matchup, or do you think this is actually harder than playing Doom mid against Lina?
I think this is actually harder. I think Doom just naturally farms. I feel like Queen of Pain it's a volatile hero. And if you don't do well in your lane matchup, you make one or two missed rotations, your game is you just end your own game. I don't feel like this doesn't feel good to be Rebel at all. He's got no regen, he's got a salve coming out on the courier, but Iceberg is destroying this matchup. And now top lane. Aggressive.
Now, he tried to chase him for Roger, but Roger was able to live with the Fairy Fire. Now, General, with the Firefly and the Napalm stacks building up, Aggressive Child's in a whole lot of trouble. He pops the stick charges, but it's too many stacks of Napalm. They get the kill, first blood onto Aggressive Child. Na'Vi find it just before Winstrike themselves get the kill down bottom. Winstrike might get the two though, as V-Tune, falling very low, will actually survive there. That little bit of regen from the two rings help keeping him alive. So kills on both lanes, but Na'Vi the ones to strike first with the first blood, and it is against the carry of Winstrike.
and it is on General.
Yeah.
So you're enabling this Batrider, who already has a pretty good matchup up in this top lane. And yeah, General's going to be bringing himself out the bottle and the win lane, so he'll be fully freshed up, and the runes will be coming on the next minute or so for those bounties. Don't have either side checking the 4-minute rune.
Well, it's going to be down
Rebel.
to RNG.
Oh, if Rebel doesn't get this. Come on, regen.
Oh,
okay.
He does. He gets an Arcane.
Not very good rune, though, because he's still only 9 last hits to the 25 and 8 of the Lina, and he has no regen.
I mean, this mid lane is just complete destruction by Iceberg.
And he refills his bottle. Roger comes into the mid, so he'll be able to continue applying that pressure. I mean, this lane is kind of over.
Yeah, when Iceberg has the 6, Rebel can't step up. A Dragon Slave in a Laguna and he'll die.
Yeah, and Queen of Pain is a hero that is very about the laning phase. If you fall behind in lane, like we were saying, it can just be disastrous for you. Iceberg continuing to apply the pressure.
Top lane. Gonna go on to General. I've got the control here, but the bottle charges. General's actually able to live. The impetus as well, not enough to kill him. General not quite going down there to these attempts of Ducalis, an aggressive child.
They at least get the kill down bottom again, so their Mars and their Rubik is accomplishing that. They're getting the Mars nice farm. They're slowing down the Spectre a little bit and picking up some kills, but yeah, these other 2 lanes not looking too great as... Okay, they'll be able to pop Roger really quick with 2 points in Primal Spring.
That should help.
I mean, and they need to make sure these side lanes do start picking up, because yeah, mid lane is...
He's level 6 to level 4.
Dude, look at the CS. This is one of the more severe beatdowns we've seen in the mid lane. 32 and 17 against 9 and 1. This is... Yeah, this is definitely the biggest beatdown we've seen him in. Whoa!
Oh! Almost dies.
He's out. He won't live, but still he's... I mean, is this really living? He's got to walk all the way back to base. And this level 5 quad will just continually fall further and further behind Iceberg's Lina.
A free game for Iceberg, it seems like it's going to be for this Lina. He has a couple heroes you have to worry about on the gap close, but with this start, he's gonna have the 6-minute rune control, and he's gonna be able to pressure mid with the catapult wave. So Rebel, he has to go back to mid to make sure he doesn't lose his tower, but he can't actually do too much to hold it off.
Can he really? Can he hold it on his own?
He has to though. Yeah, but he can't, like, if he doesn't go mid, this tower is gonna die, and his rotation might not work this side, and then you've ruined the game. Like, you've ruined the whole game for your team if you do that as this quap. So he has to just actually sit mid, kind of do this jungling on the side thing here to get as much as he can. But yeah, Iceberg, he's going to start the pressure. So I want to see these supports be ready to rotate on the side of Winstrike to help out the quap when Iceberg gets aggressive. They have to help him. They have to help Rebel.
Well, top lane. Aggressive child. He's going to get the jump in. Looking towards Roger in general, but not any further lockdown on them. They're fine.
Rebel, every time he steps up, Iceberg is threatening him.
Yeah, Laguna.
He just gets a Dragon Slave Laguna. It's a kill.
I mean, Rebel, he can barely sort of get close enough to sort of pull the bridge away. Now he can't. He's still not got his bottle. He has no regen. He's down to 300 HP. He cannot step forward to pull these creeps away. He steps forward and he's dead in a flash.
Yeah, and they can't actually move. Enchantress, not the easiest hero to TP with. Rubik can rotate and try to set up, but Rebel's not healthy. He can't actually, even with a rotation, can't help. He can't receive the help.
Middle tower is under attack.
Just, I've not seen a mid sort of just be this crazy this tournament. I mean, 7 minutes in 26 denies. It just continues. Top lane Roger will be able to get in and snipe the courier of Aggressive Child. Aggressive Child's going to look to try and chase with the Primal Spring. He's on top of Roger. Does get hit by the root, but still able to lay down the boundless strike, find the kill. General looking to chase Aggressive Child. Not quite enough stacks to pressure the Monkey King, as the Monkey King will live. Again, just minutes wise. Another walk back to base. Rebel, he's finally got the bottle done. But 8 minutes in, level 6 against the level 8 of Iceberg.
My God. It's more than double the net worth in the mid lane. 30 denies. They'll take away the regen at least. Ducalis finally makes a rotation to try to help out his Queen of Pain there. As we did see both Observer Wards actually taken out. Ducalis D-Wards up top, and the Rubik comes over and gets a D-Ward in mid that they had the sentry placed from for earlier. Iceberg denies it, but vision is taken away. That's 2 of the early Obs Wards, so a little bit of limited vision for Na'Vi, but it's okay because the Queen of Pain is so shut down that you know she's not making any move.
Yeah, she's not going to move anywhere. Or at least if she does, it's going to be very hard to actually have the burst to take these cores down, especially the Spectre.
She might just have to make moves around. I think with DK Focus is 6. Now that the Mars, Mars has been 6 for quite some time. I think they might have to look to try to make a pressure play onto the Spectre soon. Because Rebel's just going to get ganked soon. They're going to start making the rotations to mid to take out this tower. General in the area. Got a little 3-on-3 skirmish.
This tower just about to fall. Roger. Take a dagger to the side, but the ward will go down due to that.
And they haven't slowed down the Spectre's farm. The Lena's free farming. Your Monkey King is farming and your Mars are farming, but you have to feel a little worried for Winstrike. They're gonna have to make some big stuff kick off with these ultis, with this Queen of Pain and Mars. I mean, mostly just for Rebel to try to have a fighting hope in this game. This is never. Usually when I see a positional co-op like this, I'm usually pretty inclined to be pretty afraid in this mid game that she's just gonna die once and the game ends.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to sort of imagine scenarios where this co-op doesn't die anytime. Yeah, turn it to a team fight right now.
Oop, Yamich. He's put his, looks like he was trying to get some D. He actually does find another D ward, so they've taken out 3 of the Obs wards, but he'll have to pay with his life this time.
Rebel, he's got to run. Does have the blink, so I won't be able to catch him here. Still just not able to offer much at all right now. Top lane, Roger will be found. They move over towards the bounty rune and are able to kill off Roger. So aggressive Child's game. I mean, considering sort of the pressure that you would have imagined would be applied, he is doing well. This is definitely the signs of a master tier Monkey King, without a doubt, considering the lane that he was set up in. As he's off to a great start. 3 kills on him right now.
And let's see what he goes for. I feel like in this game he might have to go for something like Manta, maybe SNY or something. I'm not too sure. It all depends on how he wants to play this. And Manta looks good because of the Willow in particular. But yeah, we'll see, because there's a lot of players that all play it differently. I know there was a phase where OG was picking and everyone was rushing Ags first. Oh, Mars ult.
Big moves. Everything blown onto Iceberg there. It was necessary. It's Roger. He's going to turn up. Try for Takalis here as he chases him down. Root holds on to DK Focus. They come in with the horn. V-Tunes. Daggers out. He takes down one. The fear.
Big
fear.
fear.
Back. And it's going to hold them close to the rest of Na'Vi. If they got the damage lasso down onto Rebel, he'll fall as Na'Vi clean up. Winstrike able to make a deep move to catch out Iceberg, but very easily Na'Vi turn up and they turn it around.
It was deep. The play that they had to do, they had to commit everything to blow him up. I don't know if they actually needed the Sonic Wave there to pop him, but I think he wanted to get the last hit so he can get some type of gold. But we see General. He swoops in with the trio, as I call it, the Boots of Travel, the Windlace, and the Fated Brooch that Bat Riders always seem to find. Super speedy. And now they're going to have all their ultis available for Na'Vi, and they didn't really lose too much on that. And V-Tune's just fine with just being able to free farm with the space.
Yeah, it turns into the top lane to start to make it a little less comfortable for aggressive Child to be around it.
General. He's stalking the Monkey King, trying to cut him out of the trees.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He feels so confident with all this speed here. Very limited catch to try to stop General now that he is moving at 484 with Firefly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that in this mid game, there's a lot of ways to catch and the Monkey King whilst he's up in the trees, right? There are loads of ways to knock him down off them. I mean, pretty much what most heroes have some sort of way to just trip him up if they know which tree he's standing on.
Yeah, I mean, the egg, or the Icarus dive, the stun, yeah, they have a lot of different tools to build. And they have the cool tools to scout him in the trees too, right? Like the Willow, the Bramble Maze gives you that vision too. It does catch on to him. That's why I was saying I was very curious to see why they picked the Monkey King. You know, it's in the eyes of aggressive Child, and he's got that Aghanims queued up, so he's got an idea of it for this game. But General, he's maybe spotted him. Oh, he actually sees the Rubik for a second. Now they might actually get neither because of that.
Aggressive Child's going to turn. Going to try and go for always want to fly. Bursting him low. He's got the Supernova. Iceberg stepping over. They're trying to hit the egg, but they can't do so. Winstrike's got to run. Ducalis is going to be held underneath the Supernova as he'll fall. General trying to chase for more. Has lasso up if he's able to get in on them. The aggressive child's able to jump away. Arena comes in from the side. They'll head in with the spear. Straight away, look at a burst down. The Dark Willow Sonic Waves out, and that will do it. Roger goes down. Dives back up, as always, want to fly. Gets away. Found the strike in as aggressive child. He's trying to chase for these two. But the turns there with Aguna. He just jumped into his own death as they lose aggressive child. The stolen light strike does come into play, though, from Winstrike, as Yamich will manage to set up for Winstrike to clean up the kills. So they lose aggressive child for the commitment, but they get the numbers thanks to that great stun for Rubik.
I'm okay with aggressive child jumping in like that too, because he gets the primal spring on everybody. They're all slowed down. Sure, he dies, but he gets them some pretty big core kills. They do have to commit again. All of their ultis except for that Wukong command this time in a very defensive position, so not gonna be able to get anything out of that one. But some nice kills that they really desperately need for Rebel.
Well, things looking for V-Tune. I mean, still top
He's
of the charts
farming
right now.
Yeah, that's the big concern.
I mean, free farm Spectate, it really is just a recipe for wins in this current patch and meta of Dota 2, unless you have some serious answers down the lines. I mean, as the game goes on, what sort of answers do they have for the Spectre? I mean, as you look towards the Monkey King, maybe he's going to get sort of the Silver Edge later on, but even then, it feels like they're going to struggle killing him off. And whoa, aggressive child tries to jump away, but they're able to trip him up with the Flame Break. They're running him down, and there is no help for the Monkey King as he attempted to push out sneakily on this bottom lane, but there's 3 members of Na'Vi ready to jump him.
They scanned the tree line, even. They scanned it, they knew he was there. They were even going to jump him beforehand. As soon as he jumps in, they were ready. Na'Vi predicting the movement perfectly of that Monkey King. I mean, when you're playing Batrider too, it's not the hardest either. Like, General is definitely very experienced, as we know on this Batrider, but also versus these Monkey Kings. Like, he's always going to know or have an idea of where the split pushing is going to come at some points. Because it always happens with these Monkey Kings. These, you know, they hide, they wait for the Primal Spring to clear the creep wave fast. You're going to get caught.
How is he doing on the progress towards his Ags? He's nearly halfway there. It's General. Go for the lasso on DK Focus. Actually dropping an arena here.
That was, what? That arena was really weird. Did he cast it before the lasso and it didn't get cancelled or something?
I think that must have been what it was, because the only other explanation would have been that he was laying it down because he felt that he was instantly going to have to step up into it and run from backup that was there with General, which there wasn't, but obviously he didn't know that. But either way, yeah, not an arena to be proud of. So that's down for 60 seconds. It's going to really limit what he's able to do when he turns up as bottom. Always want to fly, tries for the Sunray and TP out, but Yamich is able to catch it. Telekinesis comes in and the kill goes the way of aggressive Child. So continues to get him closer and closer towards this Aghanims.
I'm really hoping that this Aghanims and some other, you know, like maybe the Orchid and everything for Queen of Pain, or the BKB, I guess, for Queen of Pain that she's gone for, is going to do something big, because it's only a 1k gold lead for Na'Vi, but you can just feel that taste in your mouth a little bit of,
yeah,
this Spectre is massive, and so is the Lino over the Queen of Pain, and even Batrider. Like, they have all these, and they have some crazy team fight coming together with it, with their 2 supports.
And just sort of the way they can make moves wherever they want is huge. Horn and bots on your other 2 cores. Like, all of these cores are, they're going to be ready to fight. We're seeing most of the times, you know, Winstrike, they're getting this action on their side of the map where Na'Vi pushes a little too far, but now when it comes to Winstrike moving on to Na'Vi's half, Na'Vi's going to be able to be very responsive with their bots and the Horn.
Yeah, it's a good call. I actually did not see that Iceberg had finished his up too. So yeah, the global threat is there.
Yeah.
Batrider General not going to go for BKB this game. He's going to be going for those blinks to catch the Monkey King, catch the Mars in those tree lines. And I feel like it's just going to be a game of like, a game of hunts for Na'Vi, where they're just constantly looking for kills for Winstrike. And I don't know when Winstrike can really just capitalize. I feel like they just have to counter gank and try to predict the move from Na'Vi. And they might be able to here in this area.
Let's see what they can find. Horn's going to come out. They're going to be able to take down Yamich. See Iceberg. He's got the control onto Aggressive Child. The Yule setup's in play. And Aggressive Child gets burst down. DK Fogas trying to run, pushing the map with the God's Rebuke, but he's being burnt to pieces by the Sunray and the Light Strike. I mean, 3 kills just like it. It feels like that's only just going to continue. Na'Vi can play so fast and so global. Straight away down bottom, General is moved over. Lasso onto Carlos, drags him up onto the cliff. There's no escape for the Enchantress. As it's just another kill for Na'Vi. And that lead is just like that, sort of jumps from the 1K to the 4K, and it's very hard to sort of see how Winstrike's going to sort of turn that the opposite way with the heroes they have.
I'm really unsure of how they actually.
Look at these Ancients.
They actually do this. Oh my. He just finished the Manta.
And he's got a triple Ancient stack pretty much here. So this Diffusal Blade it's going to be so quick after the Manta.
There's just such limited moves that Winstrike can do now because of the way that the lanes went. Like this Queen of... Sure, he's 3-1-1, but it's a Queen of Pain that's going BKB first item because she's at this big of a deficit. She's got it done at a pretty decent recovery rate timing, but will it actually help them inside the grand scheme of the fights? They'll at least be able to focus down the Egg a lot easier.
Yeah, it just feels that any of these fights, as long as they're sort of always want to fly in position with the Sunray to help out V-Tune. Even if they throw all 5 heroes onto the Spectre, V-Tune's probably going to be able to Manta and Dagger out at the jump.
Yeah, I don't think V-Tune's dying anymore. I think they have to go for the big team fighters, the squishy ones. Catch the Phoenix, catch that Willow in the back, catch General. Like we said, that was the one weakness that Na'Vi had with this draft is lacking a little bit of a frontliner. It's just V-Tune really being that one. But they're always the ones initiating. With this Blink Dagger, General on the hunt again. Won't be able to find anybody in this area though.
Well,
yeah, they're building these levels too on the supports. The Tome for Phoenix, Phoenix up to 12, and I look at the support comparisons. Phoenix is always going to win versus Enchantress and Rubik. Phoenix is just such a crazy scaling hero in comparison.
And we'll see for Winstrike. Aggressive Child has got the Ag Stun. After this, is going to go back to look to finish off that Manta, as you pointed out. Just very essential this game, really, to have some sort of save early on.
Radiant are scanning.
Still just feels hard for him to fight. His General will walk up. They set the trap.
That's the bat down. And the question is that enough to go for Roche? They're going to head into the pit.
Ag's Monkey King's pretty good at it.
Yeah, that's true. The Aghanims is definitely going to speed this up, but Na'Vi, they know it's up. They are going to contest this. They've got ults themselves. Horn and Supernova at the ready, and also, of course, the fear from Roger can come into play around this pit.
Yeah, they're just going to get some vision here with the dagger. Lina has BKB finished as well. She's running over. They might have to try to force it if they don't want to give it up here.
This is risky, Winstrike. I don't know if they can stick around for this one.
The
bash is out to Aggressive Child. He's taking a lot of damage.
So
He's trying to get the ult out. There's the dive in. They do get the lift up. They're able to burst down the Phoenix. The Roshan goes down with the Fears in play. But it doesn't matter. Aggressive Child was able to get the kill and pick up the Aegis. But still, Na'Vi are cleaning up despite that Aegis pickup from Winstrike. It doesn't matter. They take it out of the hands of the Monkey King straight away. Kill him off a second time. DK Fogas turns, pushes back Iceberg with the spear, but the flame break from General knocks him back. Mars will fall. Triple kill for Iceberg. Only Relbal actually out of it all at the end of the day there. I mean, they get the Roche, but this was always going to happen. Na'Vi's team fight around the pit was always going to come out on top. It's just a bit of a saving grace that Winstrike did stop Na'Vi from getting the kill or the Aegis, but it cost them a lot.
The fact that they can't win that fight, I mean, sure, they're already so low, but they start the fight, killing the Phoenix before an ulti gets off. Batrider's not in the fight either. Lina's still running there, and they still just get decimated. This Spectre is just way too big. V-Tune just popped Taunt and took out almost everybody's HP. Did 4,000 damage in the fight. So about 1,000 damage to each hero. That's pretty much their entire HP pool. And then he's able to focus fire and take out that Monkey King who's in the middle of everything. And that, like we said, that was kind of Na'Vi playing without... That was them playing with like 3.5 heroes in a way, because Iceberg showed up at the end. General still didn't have to use Lasso because he showed up as the fight was ending, and without a Supernova. So for Winstrike, that is kind of a tell of how unfortunate this game is really going to feel in these next few moments too.
Mid. Already, always want to fly, diving in from the side. He's going to drop down the Supernova. BKB's popped by Relbal. He's trying to take down the egg, but the lasso's there. Just locks down Relbal through the BKB. The Rubik's been taken out on the back of it all as V-Tune has managed to find him. is chasing on over towards DK Fogas too, as it's 2 dead on Winstrike. Over in the river, they burst down Railbolt. They just cannot win these fights at all, Winstrike. VTune just taking over, and this game, it does not look good. It does not look good for Winstrike right now. They are only falling further and further behind, and it's very hard to sort of form any sort of equation with the heroes they have that results in them turning this around.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot because of the draft. They drafted themselves what I would say a lot of just laning prowess. You know, they pick Enchantress, they pick Queen of Pain. These are 2 heroes that I feel you have to win your lane. If you don't win your lane, your mid game is going to be really complicated. It's just going to be a lot more difficult than usual. And they didn't win those lanes. They actually got smashed, in fact. And now these draft, it all works together really well. With this Spectre, with this Phoenix, with this Bat, everything synergizes very nicely. Yeah, there's not a lot of hope here. Winstrike, they're going to have to really pray some type of mistakes.
Do you manage to get the Sun Always Want to Fly after he dove, but now our aggressive child, he's got to put the ult there, and then on top of the arena is down. They have caught the Spectre. VTune falling low. They got the damage to take him out. He's able to put the man to step aside. He's still alive. Iceberg steps over, blinking from Railball. The Haunt's there. He's able to jump out and away. Laguna comes down onto Railball. VTune will live. They do lose the bat, but the root and the stun is holding them all in position. The light strike away from Iceberg follows up. Triple kill for him. Only Dakalis and aggressive child left alive, as aggressive child will make it away. Dakalis will not, as it's an ultra kill for Iceberg. They just cannot fight Na'Vi at all, as Iceberg even taunting them there, just running up, tanking the tier 3s. I mean, he knows that this game, it really does feel over.
Yeah, they couldn't, I mean, they were actually very close to getting VTune, but
they nearly did.
He's just a little bit too tanky. That's just all the insane items that have really been picked up for him. Just making him that much tankier. Is this actually happening? He's solo killing him. Oh, I think you might call it on that one.
Might call it on that.
Under attack.
That.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, that just happened.
Yeah. He also landed a 3-person cursed crown up top, I believe, on the Enchantress when they all got stunned earlier. So. Ooh.
Another jump.
Lasso. Oh,
Rebel. You're just seeing the carry die. Now you'll see the mid go. It's getting rough. This is definitely a painful one here for Winstrike. There's no doubt about it. As Na'Vi now at 20k. With this, and it's not even sort of the Spectre seen in the show. You know, Iceberg, he's 3k ahead of his incredibly farmed Spectre. I mean, and he obviously did get the start and was rewarded for just playing as perfectly as he did in the lane. He demolished the mid lane, and ever since, he's just been having a beautiful game.
Yeah. Absolutely smashed them. I mean, let's just look at the last hit tap. 42 denies, you know. He doesn't have those 42 denies for no reason.
And just straight up
one of the higher
prowess from him.
Yeah. Oh, Winstrike. You know, usually it's like last hurrah smoke, but I don't feel like any, their team fight just doesn't really bring together last hurrah. Okay, they're going to try it. Okay.
Just come out. Here we go.
There we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is, the last chance here from Winstrike.
Who's the target? This might be just to kill somebody in a GG out, right? I feel like this is one of those scenarios where it ends up being one of those. So whoever is your friend or you guys know a little bit on the enemy team here, that's your target. You kill him and then, yeah, call it.
I feel like it's just so hard to make these sort of moves when there's a Spectre, right? And as soon as you show, VTune's going to be pressing R and cleaning it up.
They're actually going to go for him.
If you can, that's probably the dream scenario. You have to jump him. You can't jump anyone else.
Can they chain stun him? I don't think so.
See. Not going to be able to spear him to the arena. He's getting low. Found this out as well. Sonic Wave. They do it.
They got him.
They do it. They take down VTune. Now can they get out without all dying? That's the question. 3 dead, 4 dead, down. Make that 5.
Nope. They're all dead.
And there we have it. GG is called. Na'Vi. I mean, they did make this one look pretty simple and easy here, as just from the mid lane onwards, Iceberg destroying Railbolt. And